new episode, know you probably waiting. Plant a seed in your brain, let me pollinate it. And I'm not like the rest, I don't do the faking. You are now tuned into Bro Conversations. Would you rather somebody bullshit you and tell you they're bullshitting you, or act like they have your best interest at heart, and they're still bullshitting you? Like, the same result is gonna happen, but how would you want the person to react?
To be bullshitting me and be truthful, or to be bullshit me and have it like go down like a path, like a string of lies or something?
Kinda, yeah.
I'd want just the truth, because like the path of lies, like once you get to the end of it, you'll find out the truth one way or another. You know what I mean? It's just like, one is like a huge waste of fucking time, and you might get caught up in something that you really don't need to. I'd rather just the like, I guess it depends, but I mean, if they're bullshitting you, you know, like there ain't.
They bullshitting you regardless, though.
Then I guess I want to know that I'm being bullshitted, though. I don't want it to, like,
okay,
you know, it'll become a bigger problem to me.
And the reason why I asked that is because right before we turned on the cameras and shit, we was talking about politics and shit like that. And like I said, that was one of the reasons why I fuck with Trump's personality. I don't get into politics or whatever. If you watch videos of me, blah, 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 you know that shit.
Oh, yeah.
But just tell me what it is straight up, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like, don't be like fucking a Joe Biden ass nigga that's like, oh, I'm about to do all this shit for black people, blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as you get in office, but at the same time, every politician do that shit. Except for Trump. Trump, I guess, is the anomaly. You know what I'm saying? And
there are things he promised that I guess he ain't.
Yeah, bro, because think about it. Like, bro, motherfuckers think a president is a dictator. No, they're not. Bitch, they got to answer to Congress just like we got to answer to our local government. Or, you know, all that, whatever, you know, the other you know. Yeah. So it's like, you can't blame a motherfucker for being bullshit. Because they all are. They can't appease everybody that's put money in their campaign. You know, shit like that.
Hell yeah. That shit do get on my nerves though, because if they're gonna like speak on something, you know, it's beneficial if it's not a lie. And sometimes it makes me laugh. It reminds me of like.
If they were telling the truth, they would tell you how much little power that they do hold.
Well, it's just like sometimes politics reminds me a little too much of when we were in high school. And you're sitting there and you're voting for what, like the
student body president, the treasurer,
and they give you all these promises and shit. Yeah. Lunch will be better this year.
Yeah, a pizza party every week.
Oh, pizza party.
Shut your ass up, bitch. First.
Sometimes, like when I'm, you know, you're finding out who you want to vote for, I'd be like standing there like, God, this just feels like bullshit. High school, bro. It feels like bullshit, because. You know, and you know they'll never come out with all their promises, but it's just like, wow. Why not just focus on an issue that you'll actually be able to handle?
Because they won't be able to handle it. And like I told you, if they tell the truth to you and be like, oh yeah, I only hold this little power, why the fuck will we vote? And there goes democracy. Right or wrong? Am I right or wrong?
You'd still have people who vote though.
Yeah, but it's going to be significantly less. You agree?
Yes, but like, I mean, voting, like, you still got people who don't give a shit because they don't think it's important, and like, I mean, it is, it's just one vote, you know, but it's,
that's
like,
why,
if you act like it don't matter at all.
It doesn't, bro. It honestly doesn't, like, bro, that's why I don't vote, and I don't think I ever will vote, because I don't believe in one person or one person's ideals that much. Because even if I did,
but that's why it's like
it's not realistic. It's not realistic to believe that that one person. Oh shit, they're new, they're fresh, they're on the scene. Da da da. Like think about how different Obama looked from when he first started running to when he left. That nigga had a full head of gray hair. Blah blah blah. Granted, he was older, or whatever. But nigga, I guarantee you a lot of that had to do with the stress and the bullshit and, you know, the shit, the public opinion and the shit he was dealing with.
I'm sure. Yeah. Shit. But I mean, that just goes to show, like, he's stressing, you know? I mean, he's trying to do something. And it's like, dude, like, democracy, you actually get, like, a 4-year routine. You go to another country, like, there ain't no vote, no choice, no nothing. It's just, you really are stuck with one motherfucker's opinion.
Democracy... Like, bro, I'm so glad we're talking about this. Like, I literally said this verbatim in one of my songs. I said, on the album that's coming out, what's it called? Damn, fuck it. Damn, what's my...
Oh, yeah. Got his own album.
Introverted inception. I said democracy only represents an illusion on the song Karma Sutra. Y'all gonna see that soon. Hopefully, not hopefully, it will be coming out next year or whatever. But yeah though, and that shit is true. It really does, cause bro, there are higher ups. There are people at local government that make decisions that affect us locally. There are people in the Supreme Court, you know what I'm saying, in Congress, and those people make the decision. Like even though it's a bunch of people coming together and they're supposed to represent each state or each mind state or whatever, that's not a real account of how people living in day-to-day life in every state feels.
Yeah.
So it's a fucking illusion. Every government is a monarchy.
Everyone makes something an illusion though, even with
every government
and everything.
is a monarchy, bro.
You think it's a full-on monarchy,
bro? Yes, there are tiers of people that have, even though it may be a lot of people that make that decision. It's like, yo, it's all the same thing.
Like sometimes, I mean.
Don't get me wrong. Some shit is crazy, like totalitarian or dictator, where you can get killed just for protesting. I do appreciate and respect, and I do appreciate the fact that we do have the First Amendment and shit like that, and we can riot in the streets, blah blah blah, within reason, without destroying property or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all the same shit. It's just different degrees of it.
I know what you're saying, but I still feel like if you went into office, I feel like if you had something, you got voted in, like I feel like what your beliefs were, they would actually be reflected, and like, you know what I mean? Like these people work, like they work to get somewhere.
Right.
And like some of these like politicians are just like regular people. I understand like the higher and higher and higher up you get, like yes, there are absolutely like people making like decisions under the radar, but like shit, like you know, it could be worse. You know what I mean?
No, of course, it always. First of all, I'm saying this living in a first world country. I'm listening to the AC that's blowing in the you know what I'm saying? Listen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't benefit from. I most definitely do benefit in the situation that we was in. Shit, I got 3 stimulus checks, and which I used to buy recording equipment and you know all this other stuff and shit like that. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong, but. I'm just saying it's basically all the fucking same thing, bro. It's all the same thing.
That's fair. I mean, like, you know, I don't know. Do you think Joe Biden was like definitely gonna like win?
Yes. Because I feel like Trump burned too many bridges with people who actually had his support in the beginning. Just like I said before the cameras were turned on. His lawyer, Trump's lawyer, went to jail because I don't remember the specifics, but I know for a fact that Trump's lawyer wrote a book, and it was basically a tell-all about Trump and all the bullshit dealings he was doing behind the scenes and shit like that. Because Trump's lawyer eventually went to jail because of something. I don't remember what it was for, but he went to jail. So and it's Trump's lawyer isn't the only one, you know.
Yeah.
That you know has you know.
Has done that shit, or he's done that shit.
Yeah. But
I got you.
But like I said, I respect his opinion and not his opinion. I respect his tone and his
integrity.
I guess I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't call integrity flipping on the people that were down for you. You know, but.
I mean. Some of those people work. You know, when you get into politics, though, I know that a lot of those guys are still just working, you know, only focused on themselves. I'm sure that they had Trump's back, but, you know, if there was, like, an attempt where the cops were like, will you tell us this shit and nothing will happen to you, like, you know, they would have taken it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes especially in that big a position of power, you have to, like, watch out for yourself, too. People are like... You know, like when that lawyer got arrested, I bet you Trump was thinking like, "Damn, this motherfucker about to out me," and he did. There you go. You know what I mean? So like,
but
was he wrong though?
I believe that before the lawyer even wrote the book, Trump had like he had like disassociated himself publicly from him. So it's like, bitch, fuck you. I'm not gaining nothing in the position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I would do the same. I don't know what I would do in that situation. So I can't even really speak on what I would do. But you know.
I know what you mean. Okay, I actually, yeah. That's kind of fucked up too.
Yeah.
But
what's loyalty, nigga? Like,
he fucked over Pence at the end too, right? Like he had Pence. He was started to ignore him. And
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
oh
that.
yeah, damn.
And Pence was having to.
That
do,
was his
like,
vice president.
Yeah, he was ignoring him, and
number
like,
2.
Pence was having to do. Fuck, what is it? Make up stories for him and shit, and kind of having to do like
clean
a little bit of like
shit, media clean up shit, yeah.
Exactly, that is exactly the word I was looking for. Having to clean up after his ass when he started causing havoc there at the end, and he got like banned off of Facebook and Twitter and all that.
He still
shit.
is.
Still is.
I think Trump. Last time I checked, Trump got his own fucking social platform, just like what's his name?
And he went to what's his name?
Alex Jones, just like Alex. You know Alex Jones?
That ain't funny.
I fuck with Alex Jones. Like,
funny.
I
don't take him seriously though.
Have you heard his 2 Joe Rogan interviews?
No.
Bro, you need to watch them.
I'm sure I've seen.
Bro,
I'm sure I've seen
3 hours long. One of them
one.
bitches is like 3 hours long. The other one, he ever heard of Flagrant with Andrew Schultz and the Akashin?
Yeah.
He did an episode with them. I don't know. I think it may have been deleted though, but if it's, I don't know.
I'm not trying to be. I don't take Joe Rogan and Alex seriously, just because of like some of the.
I don't take Joe Rogan seriously, but he knows a lot of things. He has a lot of knowledge, so I listen to his podcast.
He does, and then he like pushes these like brain boosters and shit like that, and you know.
Nah, bro. All right. Hold on. The only thing I've heard Joe Rogan push is fucking vitamins, natural supplements.
Some of those natural supplements he's pushing are like not like
what?
it's bullshit. Like they're bullshit. You know what I mean?
It's possible.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Before we go any further, okay, you saying some of the natural supplements are bullshit, right? But I'm looking in your windowsill right now, and you got rocks that these bitches be using to get good energy. And nah, nigga.
I have been caught.
I can go pick it up right now.
But if anybody asks me if those rocks do anything, they break windows. That's about it, man.
Yeah.
I am not the one that put those rocks there. I cleaned them, bruh, because they were some filthy ass motherfucking rocks, and I was like, oh, they kind of pretty. Let me shine these bitches out. But other than that, I don't think the rocks do nothing. I ain't spiritual like that. Some of the girls I talk to, they, you know, and that's why I got the rocks. But
right.
I ain't bring the rocks into place in the first place. Someone else brought them to me, and I was just like, rocks, wow. Thanks.
That shit crazy. And I was thinking about that shit earlier. I was like, wow, that's for good energy. So when somebody was trying to put a curse on you, don't you think that would have blocked it out?
Yeah.
Think about it. Just about their thinking. Like if they tried to put a curse on you, like wouldn't they help you? They would block it out, right?
Oh shit, man. Hear me out. But then if I like scrub my asshole really nice, then like it'll send the curse back to them.
Oh god!
Look, man, some of it's just like literal bullshit to me, my guy. Because it's just like, but if you have these magic rocks, then the curse won't affect you. But also, if you say these words or do this special ritual, it will also protect you from the curse before the curse even comes. Like it's a bunch of bullshit, bro.
The thing about it is, I look at religion in a similar way. Like, the thing about it is, like, spirituality, and that's something I've seen, and I've seen so much, especially in our generation, and people, even 30, you know, whatever, they put their faith in spirituality, or what they believe to be spirituality, and it's not something that has defined ridges, and it's like something that we can like identify like what it is. So kind of like what a religion is. Even though there's a lot of gray areas in religion, but at least there's structure, you know. But that's something I've seen. A lot of people, they think rocks and stuff like that, and hoping and manifesting they
want to manifest something into existence that they don't have.
That takes a place in their heart where religion would be in the former generations that came before. So.
You know, like religion started, and this can just be my belief. I don't want to push on anyone else's like feelings, because like religion, I respect it completely. But you know, it's the way I see it started is because people needed a reason to explain things. It's the same way that we have the Greek gods and the Roman god. You know, everything.
Yep.
You go farther back, the same way we have other religious stories and whatnot. It's just because they needed a way to explain the shit that was going on that they couldn't understand. You know, and now they still follow it sometimes, and there are useful things, like when I think of the church, like being able to go and say, like, tell people your sins.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really good. It's like a form of therapy, you know what I mean? It's releasing shit that you wouldn't normally talk about. It's actually, like, really good for you. You know, to go to someone and talk to someone about something that you would never.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like, really, like, you know, why people feel so spiritually cleansed is because, like, they've had this thought block in their mind for 4 months and they finally got to say something about it. Or years.
Like, think about murderers.
Years, right? And they finally got to go say something. I've seen churches protect murderers, be like, no, this is the house of God.
If they will protect rapists, they will protect murderers.
Exactly, I've seen them protect just about anyone and be like, no, you're safe here.
Yeah.
This is the house of... It's crazy to me sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, fucking turn that motherfucker in. I know
right.
He needed to talk to someone, but he got to talk. All right, it's time to go confess now to the real people.
That's real though.
Somebody out there, bro. Somebody's family needs to know.
And it's funny you say that. I asked my mom this a while ago, probably a couple months ago. I was like, "What's the difference between a religion and a cult?" And when I asked her that, she really didn't give me a full answer or a clear answer. But I was like, and I was like, yeah, that's my point of me asking the question.
Oh, because a religion every religion starts out as a cult.
Exactly.
Every religion. The only difference is that religions are recognized cults by forms of government and whatnot. True. That's the only, like, and I went into the definition because I was really confused. Mm-hmm. It's that they're recognized
fundamentally,
cults.
but besides that, fundamentally, it's the same thing. Because even think about it, back in the days, peoples and followers of God or whatever, they used to make sacrifices with lambs or whatever, you know, and with the blood of a lamb, they would be like, I'm making a sacrifice for God or for whatever the spiritual entity that they believed in. And it's like, what's the difference? Especially, think about it, especially people for like people that are deep followers of PETA or whatever. It's like, animal's life, you should never kill, and, you know, so that means that in their eyes, we're on the same level as the animal, right? So killing the lamb for a sacrifice or killing a person for a sacrifice will be damn near on the same level. So, you know.
How do they feel about cannibals then?
I mean, I feel like cannibals, they're not as popular, especially now in this day and time. But they most definitely exist, but there's not like a cannibal HQ that people can go and have picket signs out of. You know what I'm saying?
I have seen, but they find out how to, like, get away with it legally and shit like that, where they have someone be like, I'll give you my leg and we can all feast, and there's like whole ass like.
But how long would that last though?
I don't know, people just still be like doing it under the radar. They go on like the deep web and shit like that and organize meetups and.
I wish I could. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Nah.
You're weird, bro.
I ain't gonna fuck with the deep web, but yeah, I remember being a kid and hearing about the deep web. So, you can get this, that, the third.
It's so fucking easy to download and go on. It's not anything. It's just like a platform that hides your IP and has like hidden websites. Mm-hmm. It's not that hard to get to that shit. It would realistically take about 30 minutes to fucking set up at most, bro. Mm-hmm. It's not that big. So that's why all these dumb ass weird like hermits can figure it out, bro. People who don't even go out into society is because you just watch a 30-minute video, you got that shit set up. They're on there now, they're talking to all their cannibal friends with their IP addresses hidden and the government can't. You gotta be smart with it, but bless you. But I mean, I really thought the deep web was something big until, you know, you start seeing all these YouTubers doing shit and then it's just like, you learn about
I've seen, what's that movie where these kids, they get on the deep web to sell drugs. You remember that? I know you seen that shit, my nigga.
I feel like I have.
Bro, I think it was some black kids. I don't remember. I think they stole some money or some drugs from a drug. Well, it's probably drugs. Some drugs from a drug dealer, or they found some drugs. And they was like, I want to sell this shit. And they want to get money for it. Whatever the fuck. Bro, it came out within the last 5 years, I want to say. I think it's on Netflix.
Is it How to Sell Drugs Online?
Yes. That's it.
That's what it is. It took me a second. I remember How to Sell Drugs Online Fast. Yeah. That shit crazy.
And that basically showed you how to do it without all the technicalities and the actual how to whatever. But that showed you how easy
Realistic.
it was.
Hell yeah, you just go watch a video, you download the software, you download something else, and you're done.
Exactly.
They don't even tell you the older the computer, the easier it is to use. Because newer software, like these newer mouses and shit, picks up and shit. So if you got like an old mouse that's like installs really quickly, all that, boom. Older shit works better. So it's like super easy to get access to. You just get some shitty ass computer, try and do that shit on there. Oh god. Yeah. Spooky.
Oh yeah. Was that something I wanted to ask? Oh yeah. Damn, that's crazy. I remember. I forgot it earlier. What's one of the? That's crazy. You got answer if you want to. Well, what's one of the most traumatic things you've ever seen? Yeah, I'll just leave it as seen. In real life, not online.
Not online.
In real life.
I was gonna say, because I've seen some online videos that absolutely had me shooketh, bro.
Yeah. You saw that video? That it was two dudes. They got their head cut off with a chainsaw. You saw that shit?
No, I didn't. But I saw a similar one, and that is exactly what fucked with me. It was the first time I saw someone like, you know, because like I don't know what it was. High school was crazy. Motherfuckers want to send you videos of people dying and shit. That was high school. People think they being funny. People think they being funny sending you a video of somebody fucking dying, bro.
Not even that. I remember being on Instagram before I went to school, and bro, that was the golden days of Instagram.
Before Instagram started shutting down and harping on that shit.
Not even that. Before that shit turned super fucking PC and trying to be, oh no, this is the right way. No,
yes, all the videos of.
I miss that
crazy.
shit.
Some of it
used to be porn.
Instagram videos.
It used to be memes. It used to be porn memes. It used to be all like deaths, all other like, bruh.
It was yes.
That was crazy. Lame as fuck.
The fucking fucked up shit that my humor was in high school though.
Oh,
that now I never see because everything's become so PC. Some of it I've forgotten about.
Exactly.
Because
some of that shit I got on my page right now. Like, I don't know. I guess because it's old. And I posted it during that time, and I haven't reposted it. Like Instagram ain't took it down. I still got some crazy ass, funny ass content. We scroll all the way down on the bottom of my shit. My shit used to damn near be a little meme page.
Oh my god, the crazy SpongeBob shit, even, bro. I can't. I know y'all seen some of the SpongeBob fucking memes, and if y'all haven't, y'all think I'm crazy.
Oh my god.
But people used to make all sorts of SpongeBob, like they'd take audio clips and edit them down into like these little bits, and they'd make SpongeBob say just anything. And now they got like the software that'll do that shit for you. You just plug in a voice, and software knows how to like make it say something. But back in the day, people used to cut down audio clips to make them like say funny shit, and I don't know, that shit was the greatest.
Memes have came a long way. I don't think memes are even 10 years old. Well, actually, they might be. Because 2010, I feel like that's when Pepe the Frog was popping, right? Would you say maybe?
Yeah, I'd say memes are 10 years old because we got them in class.
Memes aren't 20 years old. I think I know that for a fact. Memes aren't 20 years old.
I'm gonna look up the first meme.
I don't know. We've had a good run. That's all I gotta say. They just keep getting better and better.
Damn, the first meme was 96, bro.
Damn.
You believe that? It's like the little dance.
It's probably the first recognized one. It's probably the first. It's probably the first.
The first one was this thing, that dancing baby thing.
I'm saying it's probably the first viral one.
Yes, it was.
So that makes sense.
I feel like for something to be like for like it be well known, the first
viral. Yeah, it gotta be viral.
So that was what I was looking for anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, it was just kind of like the concept. But once they started going viral, that was the meme, bro. The idea of the meme is to try and make a post that'll go viral. I almost feel like the way that it gets treated.
What's something crazy that you did as a kid and got caught for? For me, I'm going to give you a second to think about it. for me, I remember the first thing that come to mind is I was a kid and I used to work in a straw business with my mom. You know, we had a truck, pitchforks. We would go and take pine needles from people's yard that didn't want it there. We'll get bread. You know, we'll make it. And I remember we was out of the property. I don't remember where it was, but it was, I think it was in North Carolina. We was out in the property, and I found a bottle. And we was over like an overpass type thing, like on the property. It was like a little highway that went underneath. And I took the bottle and I threw it out and it hit somebody's windshield. Luckily they didn't crash, but they found out where it came from, came up to it. they found out where it came from and they told my mom or whatever. And I had to sit in the truck for the rest of the time. I guess luckily they didn't press charges or whatever, but that's the first thing to come to mind. That was something that was really
That's crazy. She ain't
crazy.
To death.
Yeah. It's crazy because even after it happened, I never really got punished for it. Luckily, one of the times, you know, it just really blew over. But
the first time, as a parent, I'd probably be like, "Damn, I ain't teach them better yet. I guess I ain't real."
But kid,
realize, like you ain't tell them.
Put any other kid in that situation.
But how old were you? Like, cause sometimes
I was like, maybe. I would say like 8, maybe. See, 8
that's
to 10.
why. Like sometimes you sit there and you're like, "Did I ever tell them like this is bad though?" Like we never been in this situation
kids don't
before.
do what kids do though.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
So
sometimes you gotta you can't yell at them. First you gotta be like, "Alright, so this is not what we do." Right. And then if they do that shit again, then you like, "Bro, I already told you this is not what we do." But if you never had the conversation yet, you're not supposed to get mad at them technically.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to alright, we gotta do better next time.
And it was some old white people. It was some people that was in their 80s, maybe 70s, a man and a woman. Luckily, damn, that'd been crazy.
You know, she ain't want to make them happy, bruh.
That'd have been crazy if they would have crashed though. Like now that I really think about what could have happened, I just wanted the bottle to break. I wasn't even trying to hit a car. I just wanted to break on the asphalt.
Just threw it in the car.
I just threw it. But it was a highway. It was a busy highway.
You shut the fuck. Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Shit. I'm trying to think. Now let me think. Shit.
Or maybe you didn't get caught.
The worst
you didn't even have to get caught. Or something crazy.
The worst. I'm trying to think though.
It ain't gotta be the worst.
Ain't gotta be the worst?
No.
Shit. I mean, when I was a kid, I was dumb as hell, bro. I used to, punch people and shit like that. And,
Just randomly?
No, if I'd be getting in an argument with someone and someone was, bullying me and shit in middle school, I'd be like, "What?" And then I'd just walk away, bro. Be like, "Nah, I want the teacher go no," because I knew they didn't want the teacher to know, because they knew I was going to tell them what was going on before. So, I swear to God, I just remember in middle school.
At least yours was rightful. My shit was just dumb shit.
I don't know if it was always rightful, because all of a sudden you just got me going, bah! This motherfucker just got whammed in the side of the head. I got ISO, so I gave a kid a black eye.
Oh,
he took my friend's Pokemon cards, bro. But he took his Pokemon cards, and I'm over here did he deserve the black eye though for that?
Shit, at least you was standing for yourself. I ain't gonna. Nah. I was about to. Nah. Fuck. That was crazy.
The worst shit though. I feel I dated this one girl, Melissa Chen. I hope she's not watching this.
Hello, Melissa.
I swear to God. Hello, Melissa. Look, I'm gonna tell the story. And I'm sorry, bro. I got you. I just thought of it, bro. Me being terrible. I got you. So, you already know. You know if it's about a girl, damn, he done fucked up. So, there's this girl, bro. And, a little, context to the story. I, dated this girl, Riley, beforehand or whatever for, a couple weeks. And
what grade is this?
This is, junior year of high school.
Okay.
And I'd just finished dating this girl, and all of a sudden this girl Melissa Chen was interested in me, and I was interested in her, and I dated her for like a straight week,
Mm-hmm.
and then Riley was like, I'm really jealous of y'all, and I was like, word? I was like, I believe that, I really believe that. She was like, I really want you to break up with her, and I was like, I get that too, and I did it,
Yeah.
but that ain't where I went wrong. But then, like, after I broke up with this girl for Riley,
Right.
this is where I'm a terrible, terrible person. I will never admit that I'm not. I'd be, like, in the hallway with Riley, and I'd be like, what up, Melissa Chen?
Damn. In front of Riley. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna, when I was, like, walking Riley to her class or whatever, I look back and I still be like, fuck, I really want to apologize for that. I still be thinking about it, bro, because I'd be like, damn, why did I do that?
Wow.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. So like, that brings me back to when we were talking about the bullying thing, though, earlier. I don't know if it was with the camera on or off, but that's why I think about, like, when I got bullied and shit like that. And, like, sometimes it was helpful, because, like, it puts you in your place a little bit, you know what I mean?
Like, you gotta know who you gotta know where you rank. You gotta know the people who you can joke on. Cause me, I was,
Hell yeah.
like, in the first, I guess, phase of, well, one of the phases of bullying that you gotta deal with is people talking shit about you, and the only way to combat it is to be good at talking shit about other people. And luckily, at a young age, I was good at talking shit about other people. And I could really control, especially in classroom. It was easy for me to get everybody to laugh and, stuff like that. So I had, I guess you could call it a gift of gab or whatever,
Yeah.
So I was so good and so funny at it that some people wanted to fucking fight me and shit like that. Fuck it. I wasn't even trying to tell a story, but I just thought about something. I remember one time, it was like maybe 6th grade, maybe 7th grade. I was in math class, and it was this dude named Nafish. Hello, Nafish. If you watching this, you probably not. And I was being funny, trying to entertain my friends and shit like that. And I called him Nafish. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Yeah.
And he didn't take a liking to that. And he said after class, let's go to the bathroom, let's fight. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. But I had no intention of fighting him. I had no intention of fighting him.
You were like, okay.
Yo, like, fuck it. I just want to get alive, I just want to get alive, and I don't want to look like a bitch.
Get this motherfucker riled up.
Yeah, and I don't want to look like a bitch. So after class, we went in the bathroom, whatever. He squared up. I was like, man, I ain't about to fight you. I was just playing, man. You know what I'm saying? He squared up, punched me in the nose, and I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't even angry at him for doing what he did because I feel like it was kind of justified. So, and I'm not gonna fight nobody that I'm not angry at. So that happened. After that, we walked out. It was a dude that was in there to watch this. We was both going to gym class. As soon as that nigga ran to gym class, told everybody, and I was embarrassed for the next couple of months. The next couple of months, I was like, damn, but I deserved it.
You really want to know what stopped me from getting in fights in high school?
What?
So there's this Pinecrest High School fights page.
Oh.
And every single time I would see the fights on there, they were so fucking
Trash.
sad, so trash.
Don't nobody know how to fight in high school.
Nobody know how to fight. That I realized very quickly that I also did not know how to fucking fight, and I was not about to go up on that fucking page. Because every single motherfucker I saw on that page, the Pinecrest High School fights page, they could not fight, bro. It was painful.
But the thing about high school fights is either one person know how to fight and the other one don't, or they both don't know how to fight.
Yeah, but the ones where they both don't are funny as fuck. They funny as fuck.
They are hilarious because don't nobody get hurt. It be the nerdiest, It be the nerdiest motherfuckers like grabbing clothes. They be wrestling with the goddamn SROs and shit like that.
All of a sudden they got no depth perception, bro. Like, oh God, he'd be like, I'm gonna hit you soon.
We was just in gym class playing dodgeball, but you lost all that coordination.
Yeah, oh God.
That shit crazy. That shit is crazy.
Oh my God, it's like these two white boys and the polo and the Sperry's, and they would just, and I was like, that would never be me. I knew instant that would never.
I feel like I guess that's another small reason why I wanted to be cool with everybody. Because first of all, the people that came to school and they were angry and they was looking for conflict. Now that we can look back on it, they had issues going on at home. You know what I'm saying? So that explains that. But
oh yeah.
Everybody else, I feel like was cool. They was just trying to get through the motherfucking day. Some niggas was depressed. Some niggas ain't want to be there. You know, some niggas, they was getting bullied. Blah blah blah. So
yeah, man.
You just gotta understand where you fit at in all of that. You gotta identify that whether you know that you identified it or not.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a lot of shit that I look back on in high school that I realized that I was, but I just didn't know the title of it, and I didn't know what exactly it was. But
it's crazy though. We adults now though, you can't use your parents as excuses anymore. That's the crazy thing. Is like when I go out into the world, I ain't got nobody with me. It's just me.
right.
Like I realized very quickly, like ain't nobody think I'm just a kid anymore. Like when I walk around, like what I do like sticks with me now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's. I do feel bad for the people who like never learned how to act the right way, and now they ain't got their parents to use as an excuse anymore. Because now they're hitting 21, they can go out and drink and shit like that. When they start acting a fool, the only one that's gonna get called is one fucking person to come bail them out.
Exactly. And maybe not even that, or worse than that. It ain't gotta be that. It could just be having a protected sex or just having a fucking baby and shit like that. So I'm very lucky. I really count myself lucky. I be thinking about that shit every now and then, like that I'm not in jail or whatever. Not because I'm a troubled person or whatever. It's just like anything can happen. You could be like wrong place, wrong time, whatever. I'm so glad that my record's clean, no felonies. You know what I'm saying? No issues with the cops. They don't even know my face when they see me. I'm just a regular person. I really take pride in that, honestly.
I take pride in the fact that I ain't getting engaged or having no babies yet, bro. Holy shit.
Same.
Shout out to anyone that is getting engaged, bro, because that is a big fucking thing. But I'm 20, bro, and I got like people from my class getting engaged now. I got people 1 year ahead of me getting engaged, and I'm over here like, bro, I ain't even making money yet. Are y'all about to go like live with y'all's parents while y'all like get shit going, or like what are y'all about to do? Like
figure it out.
You know what I mean? And I guess people go live with their in-laws and shit like that while they get shit going. And it's not crazy, it's not, no disrespect, but I just be like, I kind of want to be more set up before I start like spending money on weddings and shit like that.
True, but at the same time, I feel like if anything, if these relationships end they're young or whatever, and if they do last, that shows you that they're really there for you because they really started from the bottom.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking dope though. Like low-key, to have that something like that at this age, that can be the support system a lot of people fucking need, bro.
Right.
You want to start this, boy?
Yeah. I ain't never back down from a challenge. Mr. Simmons. A scramming, my bad.
Scramming.
I can't believe I said Simmons.
Dude, I have gotten everything, bro. When you have the name Scamming, you get scamming, scramming, scamming, scheming, skimming, salmon. What? I've heard it all, bro.
Bro, my first name is Theodis. The worst. Oh, I'm glad we talked about this. The worst name that somebody called me. It was like in like 4th grade. Nigga called me deodorant in the bathroom. I was like, yeah, like that. I couldn't even say nothing. It was funny as fuck. Everybody was laughing. I was like, damn.
Deodorant.
Deodorant.
What about deodorant?
Bro. That shit, oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, just the way my life was set up, if I wasn't a good shit talker, I would be in a bad position. Or I would have been in a bad position. Because it was so many times that yeah, what you say is funny, but and that's something I noticed, even at work or whatever, it be people trying to be funny. Like, they said that it was this dude, he was trying to roast somebody, he said like fucking 15 things. I said one thing, that nigga, he was like, he was laughing way harder than I was, and he said the 15 things. It's like, it's just shit you notice. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. Oh, fuck. Dude, I used to hate I'm Ben Scamming, and so I used to hate when I was at work. I think it's funny when I bring it up or when, like, someone I know, but when just, like, a random customer or, like, someone I just meet.
Oh, that's like,
Ben Scamming, you must have been scamming someone recently, and I'm like.
The worst, no, let me tell you the worst. My birthday is $9.99. Every time I go to a DMV or whatever, oh, you should play that for the lottery. Oh, you should do that. Like, I'll be like, yeah, like everybody says the same thing. Oh, you must be lucky. You're da-da-da. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I swear to God, I will go off about how the lottery is just a tax on the fucking poor.
Right.
Any fucking day. Because that
That's
shit a
unrealistic.
scam, bro. And it's so unrealistic.
It's funny coming from this guy. It's a scam.
Wow.
Mr. Scamming.
But for real.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that one the first one.
But shit, I ain't gonna lie, shit. Mo, seemed like he broke the code. He made a couple lickers.
With the
lottery,
machine.
the lottery machine.
Okay, so I will say, and this is where like you start like where I start talking about shit that's illegal and shit like this. But the fish tables and like and shit like that,
Yeah.
those things are fucking fun, bro. I swear to God. And you know, I don't know. I think they're hella illegal still, if I'm mistaken. But some places they got them hidden, you know. And so, if you ever got the fish table, you know, play on that shit against someone else, because that is how you win. I have won bank off playing against other people on one of the fish tables.
The fact that like on the machine, the people that own the machine, they can open it up and change the percentage of winning.
Yeah,
That is insane to me. So they could be like turn it to 99% lose.
Yeah.
1%. Like, yo, that's all profit.
I think there's like a certain amount like that you can't go past.
Yeah, but at the same time,
But absolutely.
who's checking that shit? Like, who's checking it?
Oh yeah. Oh well, they got like I think it's always running a report and it's always running.
Okay.
But you can,
Like
I'm sure you can fake the report. It's got like a database thing, all that, because they're
That's
connected
smart.
to internet and stuff like that.
Okay.
But so all those numbers that the statistics are always running back to someone on those machines.
Okay.
Yeah, because that would be a big problem. But I wonder if someone forges their own numbers just like any other white collar crime. You know what I mean? I would 100% believe if someone found out how to, I don't know, send it through their own network and then change the numbers and then start sending the numbers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's ways. Go crazy. But yeah, you know. But the thing is, and Mahan will tell you, the way you went on those machines, you play behind someone who just spent like 500 and lost, because that money is gonna come out because it's gonna think you stole them, and it's gonna be like, oh, we'll give you 100 back, and so Muhammad will win like 100 because that person just put in 500, and it's willing to give you a little bit of it back, thinking that you'll put in more and more and more.
Exactly.
But then if you just walk away, you can walk away with 100, 150 sometimes. You just have to know, like, if you play, and when you work there, it's really easy to know who the hot customers are, and then to go play behind them. I will say. Or like when I go hang out there, because like you'll be there for like 5-6 hours, so it's easy to see like which machine has the most money put into it. Then you just go play on that machine.
Yeah, it's always different methods and shit like that, for sure.
I promise you, all the machines always have the same statistic. By the way, there's never going to be one machine with one statistic and another with another. They're all going to. That's another thing I've noticed. They always got. There's no like one lucky machine. Like, people want their, it's all good, bro, I just do this. Watch. Yeah. There's no lucky machine. I wish, like, because this guy, and maybe it's just the owner, maybe everyone runs their shit differently, but there's never just a lucky machine. It's always the one that just had the most money put into it.
I'm glad I got you captive on camera. I want to ask you this question. When are you going to get back into fucking designing, man? This nigga go crazy with the clothes design. What's the name of your brand?
When I was doing it with Noah and Mary, it was imperfect, but I gotta come up with something myself now.
You come with different?
I gotta come up with a new name, because it's just gotta be me.
Okay, I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Going crazy. When was the last time you thought of an idea or print or whatever the fuck?
It's been a little while, because I've been focused on school and all that shit. This is my first semester at UNC Charlotte, so shit's been a little different, but I really do. I need to get back into doing more creative outlets for myself.
Honestly. Because, bro, we all need hobbies. That's something I realized that when I was depressed for the last, like, 2 months. And, like, up until recently, I ain't start making music and whatever. But it feels so good to get back in that habit and shit like that. Because it makes you feel like waking up is worth something. Even though what you working towards in school is worth something, but it's not particularly what you, I don't know.
It's nothing soon, and you need to have goals that are going to get accomplished
right
like,
now.
You know, like right now.
Just to make you feel good enough to keep pursuing the stuff that's long term, or whatever. We all, if you don't have a hobby or out or something that can make you feel relief.
Yeah. Or even like,
appreciate you.
Yeah, bro. Just something to feel good about yourself. Like when you pulled up, you made that perfect comment about the yard work where like just that little bit of exercise and that little bit of cleaning up, it just makes you feel like you've done something productive for the day.
Right.
And it's part of that's because you get to like yard work and shit is really nice, and design and shit like that, because you get to see all of a sudden a change. You go from a blank canvas or a really dirty yard, and then you do a little work, and now it's like, you know, you can see the difference from where you started. You know what I mean? Same with the design. Like, you don't, when it's just a white page, like, and now you've got like something that you love up on that bitch, like.
You telling me I write music, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh
I feel like you completely understand that, you know.
It feels so good to come up with even let's like you said, a white page. You start the first stroke or whatever you're doing. Like just the first four bars. It just feels so amazing to get it to sound as dope as you want it to. And sometimes you even come up with some shit, you come up with design, come up with a print.
And the only rules are the ones that you give yourself.
Exactly. And sometimes you come up with some shit that even surprise you. It's like, damn, I did that. That shit is dope as fuck. Like, even if my favorite rapper said that, I would be impressed. Type shit. It's like, or even if my favorite artist would have designed this shit, you know.
Dude, totally. I feel that.
It's not like it. And I hated feeling depleted of that for 2 whole months, you know. But you can't do nothing but what you can do.
I feel that. I need to get back on my like workout grind too. I was talking to my doctor earlier. Go to y'all doctor. Y'all get that checkup every 6 months to every year. It's good for you, but man, it's like you need to work out more. I was like, shit, you right. So, and I just like, there's a whole bunch of shit that I gotta work on. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with that. It's good to like always be working on something, always have like an attainable goal. You know, even shit like that.
The thing about self-improvement is, and that's something I heard Charlamagne the God say a little while ago. He said, you're never done. You're never complete.
You're not.
You're just always trying to be better, be better, be better, be better.
To the next thing.
And as long, and I feel, and I've incorporated this philosophy in my thinking. As long as you better or doing more than you were last year, or last month, or last week,
you're doing it. Hell yeah.
You can't ask for more of yourself. Can't nobody else ask for more than that from you.
For real. Ain't nobody asked you to give 110%. You just gotta give 100%. Just give you.
Exactly. Because motherfuckers can go to therapy and shit. And I'm not down in therapy, but it's about what you take from it, and it's about what you continue to do. We are the only one, like some people, they can lie to themselves and make themselves believe it, but that's got to be a mental disorder. But we are the only ones that know where we are and where our potential is in the areas that we choose to express that potential in.
Oh yeah.
So if you bullshitting yourself, don't nobody know but you. If that's how you want to play it.
Right.
But you know at the fucking end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
What type of person you want to be? A slacker? Or somebody to get the fucking shit done?
I'm God. Shout out to the ignorant bliss though, who just like don't even try. They don't even know. You know, some people need like a little guidance to. I think about that though. You know, you can't judge you like just like how you can't judge every character though. I fully believe that, but I still put it out there with that grain of salt. Like some people just need a little guidance, but once you've had your opportunity, you know, like you said, then you know.
Exactly.
Alright, shit. Let me think of a question for you, bro. You've been hitting me with some fucking nail biters today, bro. But this episode seems to be a lot about like the past and like negative experiences and shit. So I want to incorporate that up in there.
It has that theme.
Has that theme. Trying to think.
No rush.
I know you said one bad experience. What's your worst experience, or like one of the worst things that you ever did, other than like the Tahini thing?
Oh damn, you know about that? That's crazy. That's not even. I would never think about that. I would never think about that to be the worst, or one of the worst.
Not the worst. That's what I say. Like,
I wouldn't even think it. Hey, that's not even in the ballpark.
Nah, so that's what I'm like. What's one of your worst?
Damn, I'm about that. Damn. The first thing that come to mind is when you said it is. Oh my god.
You can even bring up, like, if it's too uncomfortable to talk about, you could bring up, like,
a
time where, like, you caused some drama or something for someone, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna say the first thing that comes to my mind.
Alright.
Damn. I remember one day, my dad, he was getting drunk or whatever, because he was an alcoholic and a crackhead. And he was one of those angry drunks, you know?
Yeah.
And my mom, she's been disabled ever since around the time I was born. Shortly after I was born, she got into a car accident, fucked up her back, fucked up her knees, crushed some I forgot what it's called. Crushed some of
the vertebrae.
Crushed some of the vertebrae in her back and crushed her kneecaps.
Yeah. Did she lose any movement?
I mean, I'm
or like
assuming.
Nerve, I meant like nerve damage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And she was dealing with that shortly, like I said, shortly after I was born or whatever. And my dad, he was an alcoholic. He would get angry, blah blah blah. He would start arguments with my mom, whatever. Put his hands on her sometimes. And this particular time that I remember, my sister and I guess we always deal with it. Maybe I was in another room when it happened or whatever. My sister and I, we were home, and they started arguing in their room. My sister was, I don't remember who was first to check it out or see what's up, but I did or she did, whatever. Long story short, just not to drag it out, she and him, she started fighting him to get him off my mother. Knocked a few of his teeth out on the couch, a room away from my room. And I was trying to break it up at the time because I was young. I was like maybe, I don't know. I was young. Maybe like 5 to 8. I don't remember which age, but I remember this kind of vividly, but kind of not. There's holes in it. And yeah, that happened. At the time, I didn't know what was happening. I was trying to get her off him, but then now I look back on it, I really appreciate that, her being older than me, my older sister.
Yeah.
So. That's one of the traumatic moments.
I feel you. Shit. We don't get to choose our parents. You know? It's that one thing. You're born into this world with biological people you get stuck with, you know what I mean? But I think that just shows that, like, even when you were young, I think it shows the purity of the kids, bro. Is like, that's how pure kids are, though. It's because you were young and you were like, man, I gotta help, you know what I mean? Because, like, that's such a, like, pure kid thing. It's like, even you at like 8 or 5 or whatever, like you were willing to like help. You know what I mean? Like these are like 6-foot fucking giants, bro, and like you're out here like, shit, I gotta help. You know what I mean? So there's also like, there's like a positive, there's like a bright side to that, is that like, not only that, then your sister had your back, and it shows like,
I had my mom's back.
I had your mom's back, excuse me. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just shows like, even like how pure kids are, and like how kids can do like the right thing. Kids know what the right thing is to do, bro.
And it's so crazy because now I'm thinking about it, like, even after all that shit, he done did that a few times. He done stole shit out of the house to sell it for crack and for money for crack. I never judged him like I feel like I should have. And I'm understanding that, I guess, right now as I'm
Or
speaking.
even like how you could have. You had the opportunity.
No, as I should have, because I think about myself in that situation, me doing that. I can never forgive myself for that.
Yeah.
For putting my hands on a woman for whatever reason. And if she put her hands on me, I'm at the point where it has happened. But if any new woman I meet, she put her hands on me, it's over with. I'm done with that.
Hell yeah. You just gotta get out of there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
But the vice versa of that, like, it's crazy that I never really judged him for that. I always wanted his acceptance for a large portion of my life until about 2018, which was the last time I the last time I seen him.
Yeah.
It was right after I graduated. I went up there, and we gave him a picture, got it printed out of me and my cap and gown or whatever.
That is so normal, bro. I hope you know. Even, like, I have these same, you know, problems with my dad. My dad, he has his weirdness and his moments. Now, I am so blessed to still have both my parents living in the same house, and trust me, they don't get handsy, but goodness, I've surely seen them get loud. You know, they know how to make a whole neighborhood hear a conversation. I will say, one of the big things about marriage is you're not truly married until you want to kill your partner, apparently. Which is just fucking crazy that is...
I don't know about that.
I've seen a lot of relationships like that, bruh. I'm just saying. And because that is just how people treat and have always treated marriage. Is it's one of those things where people keep themselves in this relationship for whatever reason, and they blame kids, and they blame whatever they want to in their life, money or anything, when they shouldn't be together, you know? And it like I said, it happens with so many. And it's so fucking normal to want acceptance from a person who has treated you like shit, especially your parent, because that's fucking human, is to just want acceptance and to just want love and happiness. And I will reiterate the fact that when you are biologically born by someone, you are attached to them, whether you like it or not, by DNA, by, you know, a somewhat, like, kind of like, you know, we're still animals. We still have that, like, connection to our parents. It's hard not to, especially when they've been in your life. You know, when your parents give you up immediately, you know, a lot of people, they still want to find their parents or whatnot, but sometimes it's easier to let those people go. But when they were there, especially for a while, you know, you don't ever let those memories go, or to say, like, damn, I just want acceptance from this person. So fucking, like, everybody, almost everybody wants acceptance from their parents, and the only thing that cuts that off, from what I've seen, is they start getting into their 50s, and I think they still want acceptance from their parents, but they started getting to a point where they've taken care of themselves for so long that then they get focused on the acceptance of their partner way more, you know? Or the acceptance of the people around them who they live near and shit like that in their community. But people are always focused on appreciation and connection to the people around them. because that's how we survive. We survive by connection. You know, if you were one man on the planet alone, what would happen? You'd go mad. You wouldn't even be worried about starving. You wouldn't really be worried about, do I have books? Do I have this? The first thing you think about being alone on the planet is, fuck, there's no one else. Because we are social beings. We don't do well. You know, you said it yourself. You're a social butterfly, man.
Right.
You know, and we all have that potential to be like social butterflies. Some people don't utilize that potential, but we all have that potential because we all need connection.
And speaking about potential, I like now that I'm older, I be thinking like, what drove him? What darkness inside of him drove him to be an alcoholic, to be somebody who frequently smokes crack? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, I can't imagine the darkness and the pain and the hurt that he was feeling to threaten his wife and his child with that same violence that he's probably feeling inside. So
that is what is so scary about drug addiction, is that he very well could have started drinking at a good point in his life, right? Because most people don't go at it, like when someone's at a really dark point, they don't just like go out of their way to go like start looking for crack, you know? But when they're at like a high point, when they know a lot of people, when they're partying and stuff, and when they're hanging out with people, and then they get into drinking and stuff like that. And this is the drug problems of America that we try to talk about, but we could definitely talk about more, is that people start drinking at a happy point in their life, right? And then when things don't go right, then they start abusing the alcohol. And then they meet someone else and they find out how to get crack. Because personally, in my experience, you don't just find crack unless you're in like a city, and you still have to go, like, you kind of have to know some of the right corners and you have to know some of the right people. Because crack is not necessarily, you know, I don't know. I feel like people hide a little bit better now with it. I feel like it's a little more gang run too sometimes. Depends on the area, I will say. You know, one area can be so different from another. It's all run. I will say there's all aspects of how people sell drugs still. But then there's that. There's so many ways to get it. There's, you know, so many ways. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like people, maybe not necessarily crack, but you just still have to know people to get that shit. And you have to have been at, I don't know, somewhere down the road, they put themselves in situations where you have to have common sense and know that these aren't the right people to be around. But then again, people are social beings, and if you don't have anyone else to talk to, sometimes that's how you get brought down that path. Sometimes it's the people that you grew up with, you know what I mean? And you've like known someone for 10 years and they start doing it and then you start doing it or something.
right.
I don't know. I will say, like, you know, I have had people in my family who grew up with people, and those people went down the wrong path, and they had to make the choice not to do that same drug, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They had to make the choice not to do heroin, you know, and while their friends somehow went down that path. And they were like just partying out of high school people, you know?
Right.
And they just somehow they got involved in the wrong crowd. They got involved and they, yeah, I'll try it, you know, and it's like all of a sudden, like, you are fucked up. And crack is crazy, because crack will make you do some crazy things.
But normally when you hear about crack, it's older people. Because back in the day when it first came around, it was socially acceptable. So, you know, it's a whole generation of people that had that mind state on it.
Yeah, I do. I see a lot of, like, it's not like I see a lot of 16-year-olds doing crack.
Even though they are here and there, spread out through the globe.
It is normally people like 25 and up. I That's a big age range. I was looking on arrest.org the other night. I can be going on there. I mean, like, if y'all get arrested, I see y'all up on there. I'd be looking. I go right to the North Carolina, Aberdeen, Southern Pines, House, all that shit. There's this 27-year-old girl got arrested for some drug charge. Like God, country accent. Methamphetamine.
It's funny we talking about that. I'm watching Breaking Bad again right now. Breaking Bad is being rewatched.
Hell yeah. That shit's good though. That shit, it definitely glorifies it a little bit though, to make the story interesting. But no, it don't want to show the users because it don't want to show the users. It
did though, because Jesse was a user for a large period.
But like they got Jesse looking hot on there. Jesse's girlfriend was hot as shit. It's the girlfriend, the B next door.
They were doing heroin together, bro.
But like they did not have her looking like rusty enough.
True, but
they didn't like they still were glorifying. Hold on, all that stuff.
She was sober for like 18 months. Cause remember she had that coin. Yeah. She had the 18-month sober coin. But when she started fucking with Jesse, she started smoking weed. She started doing meth. And then she went right back to heroin. So and then she put Jesse on the heroin.
Just saying, like they didn't show like the real skin effects and all that shit. You know what I mean? But
but right before that, you remember when Jesse got who was it? Skinny Pete got.
Skinny Pete. They did do a good job with Skinny Pete.
But you remember who Skinny Pete got robbed by? The dude that was doing meth and the woman was doing meth, he had a knife on her.
Oh,
remember that shit?
Okay, yeah. Those guys were like kind of.
Yeah, that was super meth out. That was doing HM meth, bro.
We gotta get the blue crystal, and it won't make them look so ugly. It's the good pure stuff.
No cap. I'm glad we're talking about Breaking Bad too, because within the coming weeks or months or whatever, we will be doing a in-depth review.
Oh yeah.
On motherfucking the Breaking Bad series, the Better Call Saul series, and the movie El Camino.
Oh yeah.
Be on the lookout for that.
Fuck yeah, that's gonna be fun, bro.
Super fun. All three of them shits is in my top 5 TV shows. After that, it's The Office.
Big fan of The Office?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I won't even ask who your favorite character is because I feel like...
Yeah, it's Michael, bro.
Really?
Yeah, of course,
you just know? Okay.
Bro, what are you talking about? But yeah, though, I feel like Jim should have fucking stayed with Karen. Jim should have stayed with Karen because Pam didn't even support his fucking dreams. You remember at the beginning?
Yeah, Jim's my favorite, though.
Fuck Pam. Yeah, I fuck with Jim. Jim's most definitely my second favorite. Michael, he was the funniest. His racism, hilarious.
Pam's crazy. He crazy. Nobody want to...
Pam, she looked cool, but honestly, bro, Jim should have stayed with Karen. He could have been making that bag with athletes. She was making that bag.
You wanted to be making bags and shit and be like,
bro, why not?
Yeah.
Why be regular?
Because I feel like he liked the idea of not having to like work himself. But then I see that.
Bro. Listen, bro. The reason why Jim started athlete is because that was something he was passionate about. Jim got just that regular office job at the office and stayed for years. That wasn't his fucking plan. Let's keep it real, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So, bro, the fact that he should have stayed with Karen because Pam didn't even support this nigga dreams in the beginning.
I gotta say.
She didn't even support his dreams.
You seen You?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm about done with season. Okay, I'm about done with season 3. We gotta do something on that.
Let's do that.
Because I wasn't sure season 3 was gonna be good, and I'm halfway through it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I put that in my notes.
Good. Oh yeah. That shit has me like, okay. Because like now I'm starting to understand, I don't want to spoil nothing, I'm going to save it all. But, I don't know, I just thought like the way that they had set it up with the preview, it set me up for some false expectations because the preview ain't all that.
What you mean? With the trailer?
For like, with the trailer for season 3 of You. Because like I'm in the middle of season 3, and when I saw the trailer and I saw the neighbor, I was like, oh, the whole plot's gonna be about the neighbor, and it's not. There's so much more that goes down. You know what I mean? So, I'm fucking with season 3.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see the ending, bro.
Really?
Oh my god, this nigga I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not spoiling nothing.
No, so I'm almost there, bro. I'm almost there. That shit's gonna be golden. But damn. Shit, man, you got deep. I guess I gotta do a little review of something, bro.
You made me, nigga.
Well, I was expecting
that shit was crazy. I did not mean to get that goddamn dark, but fuck it. That was the first thing that came to my mind. So
I just like you told me that story. I was like, you ain't even do nothing wrong, bro. I don't even make you sound like the bad guy. And all that.
Yeah. But I was involved with it, you know. That was the first thing that came to my mind. That shit was crazy. That shit was super dark.
Got me thinking, bro. Shit, I'm trying to think. I don't know, man. I know what you mean about the crazy alcoholic. I can't really think of anything right now, but when you were talking about your dad and being an asshole alcoholic, bro, shit made me think about my uncle, bro. Man's going a little crazy right now. Yeah. He was like, he been having like drinking problems and shit, and he be looking like mad old right now and shit like that.
Yeah, my uncle just got out of jail, like, I think maybe 6 months ago. He been in and out of jail all his damn life, like in his 40s, mid-40s maybe.
This man got kicked out the house. His wife said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I drink." But apparently it got so bad, like this man be looking like 10 years older than he is, bro, because he like let it like affect his body, yeah.
I'd be scared about myself, like, when I be drinking. But I don't really be drinking. I don't feel like I drink a lot, though. I feel like a lot is multiple bottles per day.
This man be, like, roaming the city, like, fucked up, bro. Like, yeah, I don't think you be driving all fucked up. You good.
I don't be doing all that shit.
This man got the family word out here. That's why when you started talking about that, I was like, shit, bro, this man be like, I don't know. I feel you, because this man, he keeps going to rehab, and he comes back, and then he drinks some. And then people pay for this man to go to some rehab. And he comes back, and he be like, and you know, of course, like, since he's the mean drunk, like, he be threatening to, like, hurt people and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, brother, like, while they were like setting this man up like a place to stay, he came too fucking early, and they were like they were getting all the guns out the building and shit like that. But this man fucking came early, and then he started drinking. It's like, why you gotta act a fool, bruh?
But you got to think about his perspective though. What's making him do that? What you think?
What do I think? I think like that's what I'm talking about, because that's addiction can just be like that. This man has had. And damn, sorry if any of the fam watching this. This man,
it is what it is.
I understand that childhood is hard, but this man is in his 50s, or almost like, I'm pretty sure he's in his 50s. He might be late 40s. Yeah. The youngest is, no, he's in his 50s, man. So he's in his 50s, and I understand that childhood can be hard, but it gets to a point once again where you don't get to blame your daddy no more, man. You don't get to blame like mommy no more. Like, you have to like grow up, and like you have to like keep working through shit, because like I have had family die too, and I just have to keep pushing through shit, and I have goals and dreams and shit, man. I understand the pain, but it's like I just think that he lets like especially like alcohol, people who drink like seem to get really focused on the past and shit.
Oh yeah,
it is one thing I've noticed, and I feel like they just, with the drinking, it just really brings shit back. I haven't done enough learning to understand why the drinking brings so much back. But it does. And then people get all caught up in the past, and they get all depressed, and they drink more because it makes them hurt less, but it still makes them think about the shit. And it just like...
Damn, that's real as fuck. I never heard nobody really break it down. But yeah, drinking really do make you think about the past. Damn.
But then it takes away the pain, but then it makes you think about the past more. Like, it's just like a repeating, it's a cycle. Like, because that's what addiction is. Addiction is a cycle of repeated, like, you have to break it yourself, you know? But that's not, there's healthy drinking, and there's drinking, and there's sitting here, like, you're over here, you made yourself like a glass, like, you got the ice, you weren't just fiending, though, you weren't just...
Yeah.
Like, you got a glass out, you got some ice, you've been, like, respectful, we're sitting here having a conversation, you're not over here, like, acting a fool.
Exactly.
Like, I'm talking about, I'm talking about people worried about this man being near guns and shit like that, you know what I mean? And it's just like, damn. It's just like, are you supposed to be 50 years old, you're supposed to be a grown-ass adult, you're supposed to be able to drink and sit in a room and just be a person, but like, I don't know, some people can't handle it and they shouldn't have it at all. And then it's so hard to stop, especially when you've been drinking for a long time. So, shit just made me think of that. It's hard to stop after it's been you for 10 years. You don't know a you without it. Shut up though. Don't get stuck on nothing. Not this, not the alcohol. That's why you gotta let it go sometimes. Take tea breaks and shit like that. Just let yourself survive a little bit.
I agree with that 100%.
Right? Because like I'm saying, like you will forget yourself. Not forget yourself, but it's good to know who you are without any of it, you know?
And I feel like that's where hobbies come in. You gotta be able to regenerate your self-worth. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Me, especially making music, like, sometimes I don't listen to my music for months and months and months. And then when I listen to it again, I'm like, damn, I really got talent. You know, I'm really good at this shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, it's like I really keep getting surprised because I don't do things enough. So that's why you have to get into good, healthy habits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hobbies can help you do that. Working out, doing whatever. Just do something that's creative. Do something that work your body out. You know, do something to work your mind out.
That's the other thing. You cannot even work on like other problems in your life. You can't work on like, oh, do I have this? Do I have that? Is this wrong with me?
Yeah.
Because I see so many people fucking start focusing on all these many things and trying to get this shit fixed right and get that fixed right, and they don't have a healthy eating schedule, they don't have a healthy sleep schedule, and they don't work out, you know?
You gotta have a healthy sense of ignorance. You can't be like, damn, I ain't got this, you know. You just gotta, you know.
Sometimes you're right, for real. You gotta push through shit. But I'm saying like people try and fix like, oh, I think I'm depressed. Oh, I'm anxious, and it's like they're anxious, but they only eat one meal a day. I'd be fucking anxious too, and I was anxious because like you were in this like fight or flight mode like 24/7, like because you don't feel hungry, but trust me, like your body is sitting there. And it's like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? I gotta. It's like your body just. It's waiting, you know, and it's running off of like all that excess energy. Like just all the little bits of energy you got left, you know?
Exactly.
And it makes you all shaky and shit like that, and like, I don't know. So that's why I'm just like, damn, don't be working on like, you gotta like have that healthy, just basic like shit. And I feel like people don't talk about that enough. It's like, you really, like, you can't really always know what's wrong until you have those things down either. I feel like people get too overhyped on having something, and they don't have a healthy sleep schedule, healthy eating schedule, you know, or do any movement. And I'm not necessarily talking about if you're trying and it's not working. Like, you have to make an attempt. And if you make an attempt and it's still not working, then start like looking at some other shit. But like, if you don't even try, like, why are you looking at all the mini details? You could be working like on like a big fucking thing. You know what I mean? Because like, think about how good you feel when like you work out. You know what I mean? And I don't just mean like like, I'm not talking about, like, that runner's high bullshit. I'm talking about just, like, self-confidence and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm talking about all the people that are like, man, I have depression. Like, I say to them, like, sounds like you might have, like, a lot of energy. Like, this shit happens to me, like, where, like, I don't do nothing, and then I have a lot of energy. And because you have so much energy, you get wrapped up in your own thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta go use that energy on something else and not get stuck in your brain. You gotta go do something with it.
What is something that you hated as a kid that you don't mind now as an adult?
Treadmills.
Wow, really?
Treadmills fucking rock for the winter. I'm about to move
But
into
shit,
an
if you
apartment.
think about it, bruh, within the first minute, you gonna get warm. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but I don't like...
Not super cold, of course.
For me, like, I still don't like breathing in, like, that really
Cold
air. Yeah, on the nose. I hate it. It's so weird to me.
Yeah.
But the reason why I didn't like running when I was a kid is because I had scoliosis, and so, like, I had, like, a weird spine. I was a little more compressed on, and so, like, when my lungs really expanded from working out, like, it felt like the rib was pushing on it. And I'm sure it was. I don't think it was when I was resting. But then when they were really, like, when I was working them, then you could feel the tightness a little more, just because everything wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Right.
But now that, like, all that shit got fixed, like, 5 years ago, I was, like, 15, it was Christmas. So, yeah, 5 years ago, this Christmas. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm vibing out here, you know what I mean? And so now I like treadmills, because, like, I'm over here. During the summer, I hate how hot it is. Go to a treadmill, it's 70 degrees in there. During the winter, 70 fucking degrees in there, man. I just like that consistency of temperature, like gyms. You know, I hated the gym, or I would never go to a gym as a kid, but now I'm like, yeah. Yoga. I do some fucking yoga, bro. As a kid, I was like, that's some hippie shit.
Or some soccer mom shit.
Yeah, and then after my scoliosis surgery, my doctor was like, you should do yoga.
Be more limber.
You'll be more limber, and it deadass, it actually helped. I think it helped after, because I got a metal rod in my back. I think it really helped with my mobility and shit.
Yeah. You ever had issues with that?
Not really.
Did you have sex before you got the surgery?
No.
Okay.
So
I was about to ask you the difference, you know what I'm saying? If you was hitting it with a little a curvature or whatever the fuck.
Ben at 15 was not ready for all that, bro. I was over there playing Pokemon.
Yeah,
I was still on the 3DS and shit, bro.
Yeah, he did say 5 years ago, so I was like, yeah, he probably won't fuck with me. Because I wasn't.
But junior year, but freshman year, no, I was not cool with it, bruh.
Niggas don't even know who they are at that point.
Oh my god. Everything, right? Everything changed. Fashion, hairstyles. Fucking grew 4 inches.
Don't have to walk in lines anymore.
Line leader?
You remember that shit?
Line leader.
That's crazy.
Can I be the line leader? Can you show me how to tie my shoe again? I got this.
Oh my god, bro. Damn, niggas really used to be line leaders.
Dude, motherfuckers used to fight to be the line leader. Nah, bruh. She said it was gonna be me after lunch.
Oh,
damn, that was the highlight of their day, bro. She said I was gonna be the line leader, bro. It's after lunch. It's my turn, bro. All right, boys, settle down now. You can both be the line leader. Hold hands.
That's insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was.
Do you remember your first kiss?
My first kiss? I do. Hell yeah, I do. Hell yeah, I do.
Alright, while you like that, I'm gonna go first. My first kiss, it was just crazy. It was in class, it was public and shit like that. That bitch, whatever, let me just tell the story. It was this cute little Mexican mamacita, I guess you would call it. I was feeling her, blah blah blah. She was feeling me. Basically, at the end of class, when the bell rung, we was waiting for the bell to ring. We kissed in front of everybody, blah blah blah, and it was crazy because after that she was like, I ain't trying to do that no more. I'm trying to be more discreet. I let that go on for like a week or whatever. Then I was like, nah, I ain't trying to be I ain't trying to hide. And, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, we wasn't boyfriend and girlfriend. We was just fucking with each other, you know. And yeah, that shit was just like not it. But yeah, that bitch played me, man. She played me. She was like, no, I ain't trying to. Apparently, she ain't like the response of kissing me at you know, whatever in class, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It was what it was.
But usually want like kisses in front of people in the hallways and shit.
She was trying to make it discreet though. I was cool with it, but I'm not about to fucking hide and do that little bullshit.
Really? I used to be like, oh, why are we gonna do this shit in front of everyone? Everybody look at it.
No, bro. My ex was like that. I hate that shit. Fuck that shit. I should be able to grab your ass. I should be able to tongue you down in public. Fuck that.
Damn. Okay.
Fuck that.
Okay.
Fuck that
Me
shit.
and think of this from 2 different planets.
Fuck that shit. If you my girl and we together, fuck that shit. I should be able to damn near have sex with you in public, and you should be proud of it and accept that shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm different now. It's because I was like 16. I was so embarrassed to do anything. Especially when I think about the first girl.
The thing about it is, my girl was like that the whole time I was with her. I was with that bitch for 5 years, so she had an excuse, I guess, when we was younger. But bitch, she was like that the whole. I was like, bro.
I used to be like scared. What's like I go into class and then they'd be like, ooh, man. Then I'd be like, motherfucker, y'all ain't getting nothing. What y'all talking about?
Right. What age were you when you lost your virginity? I was 17.
I think I was 17 or 16. I want to say it was 17 though. You know what I mean? Cause like.
Were you in a long relationship with her after? Or it was just like one and done?
After it happened, I was in a long relationship with her.
Same.
I really don't remember how long at this point. Probably like 7 or 8 months.
That ain't long, nigga. Sure.
Well, we played these streets, so that's the longest we've ever been in. I'm absolutely okay with that. I'm 20, motherfucker. I ain't trying to get married out here yet.
Is that the longest relationship you ever been in? Damn, he think 8 months is long. Wow.
We play the streets out of here, boy.
I mean, I bro, do what you gotta do.
Thank you.
But me, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm the type. I'm a serial monogamist.
Woo, I can't. Cause after a point, like I just be like.
But the thing about it is, I don't love every girl I deal with because you gotta analyze them, identify them. You can't fall for any bitch.
We changed so much over those 8 months.
You cannot fall for any bitch. Just because I do identify as that. I'm looking for. I ain't gonna say love because that's cliche. That shit play the fuck out. I'm just looking for some understanding, truth, and compatibility. That's it.
My first kiss, this girl's name was Shelby. She made it very like romantic. I will say. I will give her like 100% props because like.
She initiated it or you did?
She initiated it because like.
I didn't say that.
She was a year older than me, so I was like.
How old were you?
I was like 16 and she was like 17, I think.
Oh, that was the bitch you fucked?
No.
Oh,
damn. Yeah, nah. But it never, like, we didn't date that long. I think we dated for like a month or 2, maybe. Yeah. That shit was like, and that whole time it was just like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Low key. I didn't know anything. But she took me up to like this balcony or whatever. And she was like some band kid, so she took me up to like the very top in Pinecrest, and they were like playing some shit. And then she like gave me like this kiss or whatever. Damn, I made that shit sound like hella like. kind of cringe. I was like, damn, I can slow that shit down a little bit. But she took me up to the balcony.
Side note, I always went to fuck in the school auditorium when there wasn't nobody in there.
It was in there. It was the auditorium. It was at the very top.
Okay.
She brought me to the top.
Yeah.
And like there was nobody up there, and she was like initiated that shit. And
a peck or like some French, a little bit of French.
A little bit of French in there, bro. But it was like 2 high schoolers doing some French shit, y'all. It was
it was not professional.
It was not professional. No professional. Nothing.
Mine wasn't either. It was kind of smooth, but it was a little parts awkward in there. But it was smooth for the most of it.
I was like, and I promise you, I was like,
cause I didn't know what I was doing. No, you don't.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, I was like shook. I was like, am I gonna do this? Yeah, bro. Yeah, the fuck you are.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'd look back though. I'd be like, man, the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was super passive back then too. Oh my god, I hate it. Now, if I want something, I'm gonna stay what I want. But not.
Yes.
It was
oh my god, the games, the absolute games, and I know we all did it. No capping. Everybody played games because everybody was like, oh, but do you like me? Nobody. Yeah. That is not so. Now you grow up. That is not fucking hot. That is not sexy. Get that shit the fuck out of here, bro. Nope. Oh my god, the cringy shit, bro. Low key, I look back, I'm like,
it's either you a beta or you alpha.
I don't know that. I was not always the worst person. I can think of so many cringe fucking moments though. Oh my god.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels. For real, I watch his shit. I watch all his shit. He's my relationship religion, if you would say. Oh my god.
I heard that. I just be like, lucky, I'd be looking at like the relationships in my life, and I'd be like, I ain't gonna do that. And that's my God.
What you mean?
Well, like, you know, like you got like family members and shit. You look at their relationship, and I just be like, I'll be okay. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that.
But then, man, that's something I learned, especially with my last relationship. Everybody got bullshit. You just gotta weigh it in your mind, calculate it, be like, is my bullshit the same, almost on the same level as your bullshit, or is your bullshit way up?
People don't want to admit it. Communication is the biggest thing in a relationship because
you telling me
someone will absolutely accept your bullshit. They just want to know, and that's crazy. So that when like the heat comes, they can be like, oh, whatever, it's okay, right? They like they don't give a fuck, bro. It's crazy. That's the, like, you can get, like, you gotta work to find the right partner, I will say, but you just gotta let them fucking know. They don't give a fuck. It's crazy, the shit that I've seen, like, people let their partners get away with. Because they were honest, you know?
Honesty, I feel like truth at the end of the end. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I used to flirt with bitches in my last relationship, even though she left me or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I used to flirt with bitches. I was always discreet with it or whatever, but I never would fuck another bitch or even get too sexual with another bitch. I would just entertain them or whatever, you know? And I feel like that wasn't all the way right either, but I'd rather do that than what she did and fucking jump shit. But at the same time, I don't know, I guess cheating is cheating. I can't.
No, I would never cheat.
Cheating is cheating.
I feel that. Because like
and cheating is giving somebody else your relationship, giving somebody else your time and energy, blah blah blah, when you're supposed to be exclusive. So, I can't down the shit I was doing. I just ain't have the balls to fucking jump shit like she did. But you know, it is what it is.
You just gotta be honest, low key. Like if you are willing to cheat, just be willing to break up with them and go date this other person.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's what I wasn't willing to do. Bro.
Low key, both parties will be happier.
I'll admit it. I was simping.
Everyone will be happier.
But I'll never do that again. I'll never simp for anybody else in my life ever again. It's my one and only. See, the thing about love is, at first it's pure and it's genuine. But as soon as you get that first heartbreak, slap on the wrist, whatever, You learn from it, and now you jaded.
That's why I don't worry about monogamy as much anymore. Because
Me neither.
people fall out of love, and
thing
some
about it
relationships last a year, some last 40.
Men shouldn't worry about monogamy until they're ready to have kids. That's what I believe. And that should be around age 30, 35, maybe even 40.
But then it's like, should you really get with someone because you want a predecessor?
Monogamously, yes. I would think so, right?
I mean, like,
do you want somebody to fuck your wife?
But it's not like,
you
I don't want to,
kids?
get together with someone just because I want kids, is what I'm saying. You want to be with them for them, not because, like, I need to get with someone. I need to have kids before this point,
But some people come into relationships with, like, I want to have kids. So what's the difference between that? Some people are like, oh, I want to have kids, especially in a short time frame.
If the only reason why you dated this person is because you feel
not
like
only, but what if it's a big reason?
If it's the main reason, if it's a big reason, that's okay. If it's the main reason, you have to restrain your priorities. Just if it's the main reason.
We'll never know that. I was trying not to do
we
this.
Won't, but that's on you. Just same way, like how you said earlier, a person will know.
Do you watch any, listen to any podcasts?
Yeah, so I posted on like my Instagram story about this one podcast. It's
the geckos.
Whatever. The gecko, like therapy gecko.
I gotta listen to that. I ain't never heard that.
That shit is hilarious. And like,
is it just him answering calls or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
And like, I don't normally shout out other podcasts because we be doing this shit.
Show appreciation where it's due.
Absolutely, but it's hilarious. And look, it's kind of like, I think about it, just the way he has that confidence, in a green fucking gecko confidence, answering calls to just anyone. And sometimes he's just genuinely a good person. Sometimes he's just funny with it. You know what I mean? Like I love that shit, man. He answers. People just call with whatever. And he's the therapy gecko. So sometimes he'll just be like, what'd you do today? Like, what's going on in your life? And like, he'll learn about like people's whole ass life story in like 15 minutes, or just like bizarre stories and shit like that. And it's pretty interesting because it's therapy gecko, but a lot of it is just hearing other people's stories.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then his reaction and his, he acts like a fucking therapy gecko. And he'll get like people's parents on the line and shit like that. There's this one really wholesome episode, and this guy was like, "Will you talk to my aunt with dementia?"
Yeah.
And like, he just was like asking her about like her past and shit like that, and he deadass helped her like remember shit that she was having trouble remembering at first, and it was just like, it's just really wholesome, bro.
That's funny you say that. I was thinking about doing that with my mom, just like turning on, not even the camera, just turning on the microphones and just having a real conversation with her. And I wouldn't even put it out. That would just be for me, because I was thinking about one day, we all got to pass,
Yeah, he was cool to put it out. I mean, he didn't bully her or belittle her or anything. He was letting her tell, like, once again, tell her story and shit like that, just like how he lets so many others tell their stories.
And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to, get a few hours of her, conversation. And just us talking, chilling, even smoking or whatever, chilling together, just so I can just have it for record. That shit would be super dope. I need to have it till the day you die, Just go back on it even after she passed, whatever,
Just shit to look back on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel that.
Hours of it.
Shit like that is actually, I think that's a really good idea. I think shit like that is, so valuable. Because, like, we get, like, really attached to, like, objects and shit like this. But you could, like, have, like, hours of footage you can go back and watch on, like, a mini SD card nowadays. It's insane.
Exactly.
That's what I love about, like, photos and shit like that. You know what I mean? Memories like that. It's like,
they really are worth
smaller and fucking
words.
smaller. Hell yeah. And the way we store that shit, the way we can store like a person's like writing and all that shit, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to lose a letter. All good, take a picture of it and upload it somewhere.
Right. Like, I forget what app it was, but you can like cash checks with apps and shit like that. It's a whole lot of shit you
My
can
banking app does I just send it. And I send it to my bank, and after I cashed my first couple of checks from the same place, they started cashing immediately. Like, or if not immediately, I'd get like half the amount immediately to my account.
That's dope.
Yeah. And then the other half I'd get it after it was verified.
That's dope. That's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy. It feel like we haven't.
Technology, man.
It feel like we haven't been talking for a long time, but I feel like we've been talking for like 2 hours.
Have we really?
Look at my camera. My shit was on full. Shit is on. God,
we just know how to keep going, bro. We got this shit, bro.
It's so crazy how we can just get lost in a conversation. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like we got a solid amount of content. How you feel?
I'm
Just
liking
with
this
this
shit, bro.
video.
Are you cool with this?
I'm most definitely.
Hell yeah, bro.
We killed that shit.
Hell yeah.
The chemistry is unmatched.
Bro, that's I've said that.
God.
I've said that a
That
bajillion
shit is
times,
crazy.
bro. I gotta show you, Mike. Look at this. Got my fucking aunt watching these over us.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That fly be attacking on me for a minute. Ah!
Got the fan. That's crazy, man. Wow. And this really what it's all about, like shit like this. And this go back to what I just said about recording my mom. This shit gonna be out on my YouTube page forever. So even after I'm gone,
But
you know who the fuck you are. You know who I am. You know who Mo
Yeah.
is. Like, cause we done had in-depth conversations about shit. So.
yeah, I be showing my family this shit. Don't be afraid to spread these bitches out.
Oh God. I'm probably gonna make at least 2 or 3 clips from this shit.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
I'm sure there's some moments in there, bro.
Damn.
It's like some little 3-minute clips in there, like where I'm gonna be posting some of that shit.
Yeah, though, man. Yeah.
For a new episode, know you probably waiting. Plant a seed in your brain, let me pollinate it. And I'm not like the rest, I don't do the faking. You are now tuned into Bro Conversations.